Hello, good evening, my dear students. Welcome to the online video class session of political science. So, in our last class, we have been discussing about the Plato. So, today, let us discuss about the Plato's theory of communism. So, Plato was proposed the theory of communism, which is one of the most important concepts. In his ideal state, he was proposed the theory of communism. So, let us discuss about the theory of communism. So, what is theory of communism, and what is its characteristics, and what is its features? So, these are the things we need to discuss in detailed manner. So, my dear students, I was prepared a PPT for your convenience. So, let's get into the PPT. So, my dear students, let's come to the first slide. That myself, that I am Dr. Maitri Ramlu, working as a faculty in political science at HTTWRDC, Karimnagar. So in our last class, we have been discussed about the introduction and the life sketch of Plato, his writings, Plato's ideal state. So the Plato's ideal state is also one of the most important concept, which is generally used to ask in the examination point of view. And let us discuss about the Plato's theory of communism. So, my dear students, the Plato's theory of communism is one of the most important concepts. So, here let us discuss in detail about the Plato's communism. So, Plato believed in the believed that for an ideal state. So, here ideal state, we should keep in mind that the ideal state, Plato's ideal state is the imagination state. It is not a real state. It is the Plato's imagination about the idea of the state. So it is called the ideal state. So the ideal state of Plato is the king should be the ideal state is ruled by the philosopher king. So here the kings should be the philosophers. So the philosophers should be the rulers. So there is a link between the Plato's ideal state and the philosopher king. So according to his mind, or according to his ideas, that the state should be ruled by the philosopher kings. So that is main objective of the Plato's ideal state. And the philosopher king can only takes care of the state. So here Plato was strongly stated or strongly determined that only philosopher king can takes care of the people, or takes care of the state and its administration matters. So is according to his intention, the philosopher king is the supreme knowledge person, and he is the supreme person of the state. So that is why he only, the philosopher king only takes care of the state. So that is uh, the main uh, feature of the ideal state. And the the philosopher king can only takes care of the state and its people without with abundance of knowledge, because the philosopher king only have the abundance of knowledge. With that abundance of knowledge, the philosopher king only takes care of the people and takes care of the state. That is the Plato's intention about the philosopher king. And the producing of philosopher king could possible by getting the proper training. Here, the philosopher king, the preparation of the producing of philosopher king is not a simple task. It is one of the toughest tasks to the state. So here, the philosopher king is produced by the proper training. He has to get primary education and he has to get secondary education. So these things we will discuss in the Plato's theory of education. So here the philosopher king is produced by the state by getting a proper training through to through elaborate system of education. So the philosopher king who want become a philosopher king, he has to complete the primary education, and he has to pass the examination, and he has to took into the admission into the secondary education, and that secondary education has also be completed by that particular person, and from 20 years to 35 years he has to obtain the secondary education with 2 phases. Then only he becomes the philosopher king. So it means that the producing of philosopher king is not a simple task. He has to be trained by a proper training, and uh, by the elaborative system of education. So this is the system of producing philosopher king. And Plato proposed the theory of communism, and he was also proposed the theory of communism. It is only applicable to the rulers or philosopher kings. So he was the first communist of all the philosopher or political thinkers in the world. So generally, the father of communism is the Karl Marx. So Karl Marx was born in the Germany in 1818. So in modern era, but he was become the father of communism. But if we go into the details of Plato's communism, Plato was the first person who was proposed the communism. So that is why we should keep in mind that the Plato was the first person who was proposed the theory of communism. So in entire world, he was the first person. He was proposed the theory of communism in the uh, ancient Greek city states of BC 300 at the time. So here the theory of communism. So let us discuss about the theory of communism. What is theory of communism? So Plato's theory of communism aimed to freeing the ruling community or philosophers and the warriors from the family and property. Here, the theory of communism is only applicable to the philosopher kings or ruling class or warriors. So these three sections are comes under the Plato's theory of communism. So according to Plato, the longing of family and property makes the ruler become the self-seeking. So if Plato's intention is different, so Plato was thought that if the philosopher king has the personal property or personal family, that the ruler become the self-seeker or self-seeking, and the ruler become the indulgent, and the ruler become the greedy, and the ruler become the corrupt. So that is why he was not allowed to the philosopher kings or the warriors or the rulers to the personal family and as well as the personal property. So this is the main intention of the Plato's communism or Plato's theory of communism. The gist or the idea of Plato's communism is deprived of all the members of the ruling class, the guardians and soldiers, from having any private property, including private house or private land or private gold, silver, whatever it may be, any kind of wealth that is not given or not given to the rulers or philosopher kings. So it means that the Plato's communism is explains that the ruling class, like philosophers, guardians, soldiers, or warriors. So these people did not have any kind of private property. So private property, it means it doesn't, even though it doesn't have the house to live, the rulers or the philosopher king doesn't have any kind of own land or any type of properties in the name of gold, in the name of silver, in the name of property, uh, movable property or immovable property. Any kind of property is abolished or put restrictions to the philosopher kings. So that is the main intention of the theory of communism. And they can the philosophers can get secret and temporary marriages to get sexual desires. But here we can get a doubt that if the philosopher kings or the rulers or the warriors or the guardians has to be work for the sake of the people. All the people are the children of that particular rulers. And all the state properties, their own property. They doesn't have any kind of personal property, but they doesn't have get marriages. But how can they fulfill their sexual desires? Because each and every human beings have sexual desire. Uh, the universal truth which is comes by the uh, creation of God. But the men, the ruler or the philosopher king can fulfill his sexual desires by getting the temporary or secret marriages. So this is one kind of flexibility is given to the philosopher kings or rulers. But so it is not possible. They didn't have any kind of attachment with them. Even though he was even though he was got the the secret marriage or the temporary marriage to 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 be- to, to fulfill his sexual desires, but the philosopher or the ruler cannot have any kind of personal attachment with that particular uh, woman. And if by the grace of God, if he has uh, had any children by by having a sexual relation with that particular woman or the with the temporary marriage, the state has also takes care of that particular children. But the philosopher king does not have maintain any kind of personal relations with that children. So this is the Plato's theory of communism, and their survival is need. The survival is need by the uh, state. Their commodities is fulfilled by the state, even though he has, even though a philosopher king has uh, full of powers about the state property, but he did not have any kind of own property. But his survival is depends upon the state property. He has to uh, the 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 needs, the essential commodities are fulfilled by the state itself, and uh, the essential commodities are fulfilled by the state property. For example, the people are pay the taxes to the state. The state have own treasury. From the treasury, the philosopher king's personal expenditure or personal desire or personal commodities has to be fulfilled by the state. So it means he doesn't have any kind of personal treasury. The state treasury is the philosopher king's treasury. It means that the treasury he should not expend for his own personal, for his own personal expenditures, but he can only get whatever the essential commodities to survive. That 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 desires, that kind of desires has to be fulfilled by the state treasury, and they shall live in a state managed barracks and uh, eat the common mess. Here the philosopher king or the rulers doesn't have any kind of own houses. They has to live on the state managed barracks. So in the contemporary time, we used to say that quarters. The quarters are the government property or the state property. So they have to live in the quarters only. So the quarters in those days are used to say as the state managed barracks. So here we should keep in mind that the state managed barracks are the quarters of the states. And the philosopher kings has to be eat the common mess. He is not right to enjoy the delicious food. Whatever the common people are eating, that kind of food only the philosopher king has to be eat. He doesn't have any kind of a personal menu or personal food like chicken, mutton, biryani, such nothing. He doesn't have any kind of personal mess. He has to eat only the common mess, whatever the common man has having, and at the same, the philosopher king or the ruler has to be eat the same mess or same meal. So they shall be paid no salary or no allowances. Their essentials or needs shall be taken by the state. So here we should keep in mind another thing is that the ruler cannot pay any kind of salaries for their ruling, and he cannot have any kind of allowances. Then what is this? I am getting some kind of doubts. But how can he rule? For what purpose he has to rule? He doesn't have any kind of family. He doesn't have any kind of property. He doesn't have any kind of allowances. He doesn't have any kind of salaries. So why he should rule? But that is the Plato's ideal state, that philosopher king has to be ruled. He has to be a philosopher king. In the contemporary term, we can say that he is the servant of the people. He is the philosopher king is the servant of the people. Definitely, we can say based on this Plato's theory of communism, the philosopher king is a servant of people. Definitely, and the plate the 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 essentials or the needs of the uh, philosopher kings or rulers uh, should be taken care by the state itself, because he doesn't have any kind of personal treasury, he doesn't have any kind of personal property, he doesn't have any kind of personal family. So why he need money? What the essential commodities like food, shelter. Food is given by the state, and shelter is also given by the state. So he has to depend on the state itself. That is the main objective of the theory of communism. And it is important to the note that the communism applies for only ruling classes and not for producing classes. You should keep in mind that the theory of communism is only applicable to the ruling class rather than the producing classes or producing masses. And it means it is only applicable to the rulers or philosopher kings or warriors. For them only it is applicable, but it is not applicable to the common man or common producing classes. And Plato stated that the longing of property leads to corrupt the rulers and make them as greedy and make them as selfish, and these kind of uh, corrupt, greedy, selfish leads to instability of the state. Here the clear statement has given by the by the Plato why the theory of communism is only applicable to the rulers or philosopher kings, because of that if the philosopher kings are longing of property, it leads to the corrupt, it leads to the greedy, it leads to the stability, and finally this all leads to the instability of the state. So that is why the rulers or the philosopher kings are denied the property, denied the family, denied the salary, denied the allowances, denied the special delicious food, denied the everything except ruling. So that is the Plato's theory of communism, and is also Plato also stated that the family and property were the chief sources of disunity and social tensions, longing for property. So he stated that the family and the property are two the chief sources to disunity of the social tensions and the disunity of the state. So here Plato strongly stated that, clearly stated that the two chief sources like property and family, these two are the chief sources to the disunity of the state. So that is his intention. And the rulers must not waste time and energy in family responsibilities. So that is also main intention. If he has a family or if he has a uh, property, the ruler always spend his time with with his family and with his own property. Like for example, the present chief minister of Telangana state, KCR, is majority of his the, the 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 most of his time is spending in farmhouse. This is fact, and he has giving more priority to the family rather than the state. Is it right or wrong? Is it absolutely it is right? And he has earned crores of rupees for the generations to generations. But according to the Plato's theory of communism, the ruler should not have any kind of property. The should not have any kind of family. The ruler should not have any kind of salaries, any kind of allowances, any kind of houses. So this is all denied by the state to the rulers. And the if he denies these kind of all facilities, then only the ruler can fulfill the fully concentrate on the state and its administration. So this is the main intention of the Plato's theory of communism. So Plato stated that the ruler has to be denied by the family, the ruler has to be denied by the property, the ruler has denied by the houses, the ruler has denied by the salaries, allowances, food, everything. Then only he concentrates on the state and its administration in a full time. Otherwise, he used to waste his time, his precious time, regarding the family, regarding his property, regarding his personal affairs. So that is the main intention. That is why Plato's was proposed the theory of communism in his ideal state. So this is only ideal state. You should keep in mind that it is only the illusion of Plato. It is only illusion, Brahma, about the ideal state. And the Plato believed that the family the family can the family only takes care of. Here he tries to say that the family is a kind of burden to the ruler, and it 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 helps to disunity of the it encourages to the disunity of the state. So that is his intention, and his notion is with the holding of property and wives to the ruler is leads to the concept of mine and time. And here what he's trying to say is that if a ruler has any kind of property, so that any kind of personal family, so that leads to mine and time. సో దీని ద్వారా ఏమైతుందంటే నీది నాది అనే ఒక స్వార్థం పెరిగిపోతుంది. అందుకని రూలర్ కి ఆస్తి కానీ కుటుంబం కానీ ఇంకా ఏ రకమైనటువంటి ఆస్తులు వ్యక్తిగత సంబంధాలు ఉండనేకూడదు అని చెప్పేసి ప్లేటో చెప్పాడు. అండ్ ప్లేటో అటెంప్టెడ్ టు క్రియేట్ న్యూ సోషల్ ఆర్డర్ బై ద థియరీ ఆఫ్ కమ్యూనిజం. సో ఈ యొక్క థియరీ ఆఫ్ కమ్యూనిజం ద్వారా ప్లేటో ఒక కొత్త ప్రపంచాన్ని సృష్టించాలని కలలు కన్నాడు. సో దట్ ఈస్ హిస్ ఐడియల్ స్టేట్. అండ్ ప్లేటో థియరీ ఆఫ్ కమ్యూనిజం వాస్ అబ్సల్యూట్లీ క్రిటిసైజ్డ్, చాలా క్రిటిసైజ్ చేయబడింది. సో ద ప్లేటోస్ థియరీ ఆఫ్ కమ్యూనిజం ఇస్ క్రిటిసైజ్డ్ బై హిస్ ఓన్ ద బెస్ట్ డిసైపుల్ ఆఫ్ ప్లేటో, అరిస్టాటిల్. సో తన యొక్క సొంత శిష్యుడు, ఉత్తమ శిష్యుడు అయినటువంటి అరిస్టాటిల్ చేతనే ఇది క్రిటిసిజానికి గురైంది. సో ప్లేటోస్ డిసైపుల్ అరిస్టాటిల్ క్రిటిసైజ్ ద ప్లేటోస్ ద రిపబ్లిక్ అండ్ హిస్ ఐడియాస్. సో ప్లేటో రాసినటువంటి రిపబ్లిక్ అండ్ రిపబ్లిక్ లో రాసినటువంటి అనేక అంశాలు లైక్ ఐడియల్ స్టేట్, theory of communism, theory of education, almost majority of the concepts are Plato's, were criticized by his own disciple Aristotle. And in the modern times, the political philosopher Sabine also criticized the theory of communism. It is factually unrealistic and impossible to put into the practice. So, అతను ఏమంటాడంటే సబైన్, ఈ యొక్క ప్లేటో థియరీ ఆఫ్ కమ్యూనిజం అనేది అసలు వాస్తవానికి చాలా దూరంలో ఉంది. ఓన్లీ ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకోవడానికి మాత్రమే బాగుంది, కానీ ప్రాక్టికల్ గా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడానికి అసాధ్యమైంది, అంటే సాధ్యం కాంది అని చెప్పాడు క్లియర్ గా. ఎందుకంటే ఎవడబ్బా పని చేసేది? ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ పని చేస్తున్నాను అంటే నాకు శాలరీ వస్తుంది కాబట్టి నేను పని చేస్తున్నాను. రూలర్, అతనికి ఆస్తి ఉండద్దు, పెళ్ళం పిల్లలు ఏం ఉండద్దు, జీతం ఉండద్దు, కానీ అతను రూల్ చేయాలి. ఎందుకు చేయాలి రూల్? ఎవరి కోసం చేయాలి? సో ఇట్లా క్రిటిసైజ్ చేయాలి. అందుకనే ఇది సాధ్యం కాదు అని చెప్పి సబైన్ చెప్పాడు. సబైన్ వాస్ స్టేటెడ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇంపాసిబుల్ టు పుట్ ఇన్ టు ద ప్రాక్టీస్. అండ్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ సీక్రెట్ ఆర్ టెంపరరీ మ్యారేజెస్ ఆల్సో క్రిటిసైజ్. ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్పాడు? ఇప్పుడు రాజుకు సొంత పెళ్ళాం ఉండకూడదు, సొంత ఆస్తి ఉండకూడదు, జీతం ఉండకూడదు, సొంత ఇల్లు ఉండకూడదు, ఏం బంగారము, ధనము, ధాన్యము, బ్యాంకు ప్రాపర్టీ ఏం ఉండకూడదు. బట్ అక్కడ మనిషే కదా, మరి ఆయనకి సెక్సువల్ కోరికలు ఉంటాయి కదా, అవి ఎట్లా తీసుకోవాలి అంటే ఏం చెప్పాడు ప్లేటో? మీరు సీక్రెట్ మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు రాజు, ఆ సీక్రెట్ మ్యారేజ్ ద్వారా లేదంటే టెంపరరీ మ్యారేజ్ ద్వారా తన సెక్సువల్ కోరికలు తీసుకోవచ్చు అని చెప్పాడు. బట్ అది ఎట్లా సాధ్యం? హౌ కెన్ ఇట్ ఇస్ పాసిబుల్? మళ్ళీ ఆ సీక్రెట్ మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఆ మ్యారేజ్ గురించి పబ్లిక్ లో తెలియకూడదు, అదొకటి. మళ్ళీ ఆయన ఎవరైతే పెళ్లి చేసుకుంటాడో సీక్రెట్ గా ఆ అమ్మాయితో ఎలాంటి అటాచ్మెంట్ ఉండకూడదు, ఓన్లీ కోరికలు తీసుకుని ఒక బొమ్మగా మాత్రమే చూడాలి ఆయన. అండ్ ఒకవేళ పిల్లలు కనుక పుడితే ఆ పిల్లలతో ఎలాంటి అటాచ్మెంట్ పెంచుకోకూడదు, ఆ పిల్లల యొక్క టేకింగ్ కేర్ స్టేట్ చూసుకోవాలి, అతను అస్సలకి పట్టించుకోవాలి. సో ఇట్లా చెప్పాడు, ఇది సాధ్యం కాదు. సో అందుకనే ద ప్లేటోస్ థియరీ ఆఫ్ కమ్యూనిజం వాస్ కంప్లీట్లీ క్రిటిసైజ్డ్. సో మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ the Plato's theory of communism. So here I am winding up the session. So thank you. Take care. So bye. I am winding the session. So bye. Take care.